This episode of Tour the World is brought to you by Scenic Tours, the ultimate touring experience, and Antler, the champions of lightweight luggage. Hello and welcome to Tour the World. Real people, real travel experiences. Now this week we are a guest of Scenic Tours on their 10-day Southern Spectacular around New Zealand's South Island. It's a fabulous 5-star all-inclusive experience. I won't give too much away just yet, but let's check in with the Tour the World Big 5 for this tour. Discover what's completely unique about each of NZ's southern cities. It's 5-star food and wine, including the humble cheese roll. Maori history comes alive at the treasure trove that is Te Papa. Stock up on good luck with a traditional greenstone tiki or two. And cruising magical Milford Sound is high on my list of highlights for this tour. Our 11-day tour gets underway in Wellington, followed by a ferry crossing to the South Island and down to the famous Franz Josef Glacier. Next stop, action capital Queenstown and on to spectacular Milford Sound. We check in for our Dunedin homestay, then head for Lake Tekapo and a visit to the stunning Mount Cook National Park. Our tour ends in Christchurch. Just a 3-hour flight from Australia's east coast, the most extraordinary thing about New Zealand's South Island is just how different it is to home. Beautiful Victorian architecture, fabulous cool climate wines and fine food of every description to be savoured. Life here can move just as slowly as you want it, but if there's a need for speed, you won't be disappointed. Scenic Tours offers the ultimate in luxury touring, and stay with us for details of a Scenic Tours New Zealand early bird offer. But right now we're on tour, so we're going to need a tour guide. So Sal, here we are. Let's set the scene. We've got the wild, woolly west coast of the South Island out there. It looks freezing. Yes. But we've got Pinots to warm us up.
I'm into
Cheers.
that, darling.
Tell me, why is touring such a great way to explore New Zealand?
Touring is, as I said, it's personal. The people on our tours, they enjoying and benefiting from the people that know the area. They are getting off the beaten track in a lot of places. They are seeing things that other ways of travelling you don't. If you're in a car, you don't know, you don't get the commentary. And that's just the best thing about a coach tour of New Zealand.
So Sal, we're going to see more of the fabulous all-inclusive scenic experience as the tour progresses. But right now, tell me a little bit about Scenic ENRICH.
Scenic ENRICH is unique, it's great. They go out there and they look for things that no other tour company does. And like today, when we've come across on the ferry from Wellington to Picton, Scenic Tours, every passenger, every tour, we are in the Kaitaki Plus Lounge, which is the business class lounge of the Inter-Islander ferry. There's no other tour company that does it. Everyone's entitled, they have breakfast on board, they have drinks, they have morning tea, they have champagne, they have wine, and they just eat and graze all the way over to the South Island.
Time to cover off a few of the basics. The accommodation on this tour is exceptional and of a 5-star standard throughout the trip. For our wonderful 3 nights in Queenstown, we stay at the fabulous St Moritz Hotel. All hotels are centrally located and the service is welcoming and attentive wherever we go. The Peppers Blue Water Resort on the banks of Lake Tekapo is another highlight. And again, we're treated to apartment-style accommodation, which is excellent. Now, the accommodation on this tour is already extra special, but it's extra special when you get a scenic special stay like this place. It's a stunning luxury rainforest lodge called Te Waionui in Franz Josef. It's gorgeous, and here's a little sneaky peek. Nestled in the pristine rainforest at the foot of the Franz Josef Glacier, the serene surrounds, sensational wine cellar and degustation menu do indeed make this a very special stay. What have you thought of the accommodation on this trip?
Very good. Pleased with it. Yeah, really, really good. The beds, you're floating on the beds. They've all got these toppers on them that are to die for. And the beds in the moment where we are, they're springy. You feel like bouncing up and down on them. But yeah, no, it's really good. The food's been good and the staff have been really helpful, really friendly.
Transport on this tour is by luxury coach, and it really is a superb way to explore New Zealand. The large windows are perfect for taking in the breathtaking scenery, which is constantly changing. We're travelling with a small group of about 20 Aussies. The group is relaxed and friendly, and it turns out we all have something in common. We're all wowed by this incredible country. Why did you decide to come on a group tour?
Well, I think a group tour, it's much more relaxing. You don't have to drive. You get to see more. You get to hear more. So you get a full insight as to what the place is all about.
Because you do get the services of a guide, which is very helpful.
Very, very helpful, particularly those that come from the area. So on both islands, we have done both islands. We've had 2 drivers that have both lived in the area, so they know the place backwards.
All right, now they don't call it Windy Welly for nothing, although today it's not too bad. I could be in for a good hair day. Now, I'm going to rename it Wonderful Windy Wellington, and it's just one of the key cities that you'll visit on this tour. They all offer something completely different. Let's go and take a look. Our tour starts in Wellington, New Zealand's capital city. We have a free afternoon on arrival, which is a good opportunity to explore some of the historic buildings around town. But it's the famous food and wine scene that I'm also keen to explore. So Heather, tell me a little bit about the food and wine here in Wellington, because it's renowned as a food and wine capital, isn't it?
We're very lucky. It's a really wide range, all the way from the noodle houses at the bottom to fine dining at the top. We have more eateries per head of population than New York City, so unending choice. We have amazing produce grown in the regions nearby, so lots of fresh meats, fresh greens. Chefs who are very inventive and very creative with all of that, so lots of really innovative and interesting dishes.
All right, time for a change of pace and off to Queenstown, New Zealand's world-famous adventure capital and the first of our Scenic free choice activities. This is where you get to do the activities you're most interested in. They're all included in the price of your tour. I'm off to get gnarly and rad and put the pedal to the metal for some high-octane fun. SHOTOVER Jet has been operating in the SHOTOVER River Canyon outside Queenstown since 1970. And it's just one of the thrilling attractions this area is renowned for. Strap yourself in and take a spin in the iconic Big Reds along this spectacular stretch of river. There are a range of scenic free choice activities to choose from throughout our itinerary, and we'll see more of them as the tour progresses. Back in Queenstown, and time to explore this stunning alpine resort town nestled on the banks of Lake Wakatipu. There's no doubt this is a captivating place and one I'll never forget. Now with its cafes, restaurants and arty scene, Dunedin is a great place to stop and take a breath. But it's also a good place to get to know the locals because we're doing an optional homestay. This is fabulous. We get to meet a local family. We're about to meet our hosts, David and Trudy. David.
Hello, Adam.
How are you? I'm good, thank you. Can I come in?
Please do, please do.
Fabulous, thank you. This is lovely. David, this is fantastic. Just tell me a little bit more about the homestay.
Well, the homestay is an option on Scenic when the passengers are travelling through Dunedin, and they have the chance to stay in a New Zealand household for the evening, meet some New Zealanders, have an evening meal, stay the night, breakfast in the morning, and then they're back on their bus. But it does mean they can perhaps learn a few things about New Zealand that they wouldn't learn otherwise simply travelling on the tour.
You have the most magnificent garden here. Tell me a little bit about that.
Well, it's a garden that wasn't set up by Grand Design, but it's grown over the years since we finished building the house in 1994. Now covers 5 acres or a bit more, all in lawns, gardens, ponds, waterfalls. We are actually one of the Dunedin Open Gardens and open for visitors at certain times of the year.
And a stroll through the stunning garden with hosts David and Trudy is a highlight of our stay. Stay with us. Details of a Scenic Tours New Zealand early bird offer are coming up. Now here at Tour the World, we are always looking for the latest innovations in luggage. And here are some very clever options from Antler, the champions of lightweight luggage. First up, there's Duolite GT, Antler's lightest case ever. With innovative hybrid construction and lightweight durability and strength. Duolite GT is expandable with easy glide wheels. The extra lightweight design makes this case perfect for those that like to take a little extra on tour. For contemporary functionality, style and extra capacity in a 4-wheel case, the Cyberlite range will surpass all your travel needs. Now Cyberlite is also expandable with a fixed TSA combination lock and integrated top and side handles. Perfect for a quick grab and go from the baggage carousel. Taxi! For more innovative packing solutions, visit antlerluggage.com.au.